So I'm in Baxter State Park, Maine, on the trail to Chimney Pond campground, and from there I will hopefully make my attempt for the summit of Katahdin tomorrow. I have a failed attempt from about 4 years ago, so I'm finally back to try and get it this time, hopefully. Given myself 2 days to do it. Weather permitting, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's a beautiful day today. Hopefully it holds out for tomorrow. It's only about a 3-mile hike in to the campground, so should be there fairly soon. And we'll check in there. So I'm about halfway to the Chimney Pond campgrounds from the trailhead. It's a little viewpoint right here where you can see the eastern slope of Mount Katahdin. And I don't know if I can see the summit from here, but that's it right there. And the campgrounds are going to be off in the distance that way. And Mount Hamlin is up that way. I probably won't be doing that, but there it is. And pretty much the whole way since I started today, I've heard thunder. If you look, like, it's clear skies above me, but then just a little to the south is gray clouds, and I've been hearing thunder pretty much the whole time since I started from the trailhead. So weather's not doing too much. Saw a few sprinkles on the way here, but hopefully the weather's decent tomorrow. Right now it looks like the summit is clear, but the south slope is a little iffy. Just get an early start and hope for the best. So yeah, I'm just over halfway to the campgrounds. I'm gonna keep going. This is another little quick stop on the way to the campground. This is Basin Pond with good views of Katahdin and Hamlin in the background. It's a nice quiet little spot. I finally made it to the campground at Chimney Pond. I'm in lean-to number 3. This will be my home for the next 2 nights. Just got to get it set up. Just kind of taking a break. It took me about 2.5, almost 3 hours to get here from the trailhead. Still got to check in with the ranger yet. They're apparently out somewhere, but I'm going to get started and setting up camp. Well, I got camp set up. I got here just in time because it kind of started sprinkling a little once I got here, and now it's just full-blown downpour thunderstorm. And there's actually a little creek forming in front of my lean-to. A lot of water heading out. I did get my camp set up. I just took my usual tent and basically just put everything up except for the fly. And that should work nicely. And I'm still waiting to check in with the ranger station. I guess they were out, so I gotta go back in a little bit. But just kind of hanging out, waiting for the rain to stop. I'm at Chimney Pond, where the campground is named after. It's a small pond, but man, it's a gorgeous view from here of Katahdin and Hamlin. The ranger said that there's been a moose and her calf come to the pond the last couple mornings. With any luck, maybe I'll get to see her here. Yeah, so the trail I'm going to take, I believe, goes up that way somewhere, and then some of the Katahdin's up there, and weather and time permitting, I'm going to try for the knife edge, which I believe is that ridge up there. The weather's kind of unpredictable, so I'm going to get an early start before the typical afternoon storms come in, and hopefully be on my way back down before they roll in. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the saddle trail going up to the saddle between Baxter Peak and Hamlin. Supposedly it takes about 2 hours on this trail. It's sprinkling a little when I woke up. Looks like the clouds might be thinning a little, which is good. Don't want to deal with rain or any bad weather this time. It's weird, I got up about 3:30 and the stars were out. An hour later it was sprinkling. I do see some blue sky, which is a good sign. Alright, I'll check in later. So I made it to the top of Katahdin, finally. It's a little after 7. I've been here for probably a good half hour. You can see the sign over there. Here's the rock cairn that you can, when I was here 4 years ago and failed, I could actually see this rock cairn from the distance when we had to turn around, which sucked. But I made it this time, and the view is amazing. The weather's held off, although it's cloudy in every direction as far as I can see. Some darker clouds off to the west, but they've kind of been staying that way into the north. So I'm hoping I should be good for the return hike. But this view in front of me, let me pan around here, is just out of this world. You can see all the clouds filling in the valleys. Amazing. And over here's the knife edge. I was hoping to maybe try it, but I just am not trusting the weather. I'd probably be okay, but I'm not going to chance it. I'd love to do it, but yeah. So the peak at the far end of the knife edge is where we got to last time and had to turn around. And probably can't see it on the video, but I can actually see the signpost for Pomola Peak, and yep, had to turn around there. Totally sucked. I did it this time. I'm just kind of below the actual peak just a few feet just to get out of the wind so you can hear me. Yeah, it's awesome. And I just met a thru hiker from the Appalachian Trail. I got up, and about 10 minutes after I got here, he came up and like hugged the sign and kissed it, and his name was Sniffles, his trail name. So we met, hung out. I took his picture as part of the panorama. So yeah, he had just finished 700 miles of it from New York. So then he's going to go back and finish the other parts of it. Yeah, so that was pretty neat. So I'm going to have a little snack, take some more pics, and head back down to camp, which I can actually see camp down that way. You can see Chimney Pond clearly, and the ranger station, and the roofs of the pavilion and bunkhouse. So that's where I'm heading. Just off from that pond down there is where I'm camping. Oh, did it. Actually, I'll just come up here quick so you can see the sign. It's a little more windy up here. I don't know if you can hear me or not. So I didn't stop too much on the way up earlier because I was just trying to not waste any time and get to the summit as quick as I could. So I wasn't sure what the weather was doing on the other side. But I'm on what's called the slide right now on Saddle Trail. It's basically just a rock slide, which is the only exposed part of the mountain. Like no brush or trees or anything, so it's kind of a natural trail, but still tough going. As you can see, that's the trail I just came down, and around here, and I still have to go down all of that. And I don't know if you can make out Chimney Pond in the distance there. That's where camp is. I should be back now an hour and a half, maybe. Hopefully an hour. I don't know. See how long it takes me to get down the slide here. Knees are starting to get a little weird, so just taking my time. I think the weather will hold out, so shouldn't be an issue. I'm gonna make a mile again.